Are you a badass? Are you a badass enough to spend 130 big ones on a overpriced piece of tech? If you are, then click away now. I'm Rio Gion, and this is Rio Gion Keyboards. This is a very, very professional, very premium looking keyboard. And it absolutely commits no cardinal sins, long backspace, long shift keys, everything is nicely laid out. It also has an ANSI layout, which means that you can replace keycaps very easily. So there is room to modify this board. And if you don't want to modify it, it's a perfect keyboard to bring to the office. No one's gonna bat an eye because of how office friendly this keyboard is. Which is something that I really dig, because I really love this kind of office friendly, professional, premium looking style motif that DasKeyboard has. And if the keyboard has a selling point, this is easily one of its strongest selling points. The LED is right on top of the switch, which I know some of you may not like it, but then again, you guys are right for not liking it, especially if you're paying this much money for it. It's nice that it's cherry, but it really boils down to that age-old question: how much more are you willing to pay for cherry? Hallelujah for a Cherry MX stabilizer. This is one of the improvements on this particular keyboard that I am really a big fan of, because it is so much easier to clean. Especially if you're gonna have keyboards for a long time, you will clean them and you will thank your lucky stars that you have a keyboard with Cherry MX stabilizers. Trust me, you will thank your lucky stars. No matter how you put it, let's face it, they cheaped out on the keycaps. At this price point, I want PBT. I want double shot PBT. But nope, I'm getting ABS. Not really cheap ABS, but not the double shot ABS either. So it's kind of a hit and miss. And I don't know, man. It's because you're paying this much money and you really should get better keycaps. You really should. The flip-up feet have rubber on them, which is nice, but let's face it, at this particular price point, it's expected. And the nice thing is that it doesn't feel super flimsy. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break after a couple flips, which is nice. The back is very elegant and clean. I also like the rubber pads here. It actually keeps the board planted. It's not there for decorations, which is great. And the same can be said on the right as well. And just how smooth the back is. Something I feel like I should point out again. And we do have braided cable, which is very nice. I like braided cable. But some of you do not. And the same can be said with gold-plated USB tips. I like it, but some of you are slowly not liking it. Another great selling point of this keyboard is how absolutely addictive it is to type on. I really like the blue switch, but these brown switch, they feel good. They feel really nice too. And it feels so smooth. Each strokes makes you want to type again and again and again and again. And when doing these types of keyboard reviews, the more addictive I am to typing the board, it's how I know this is the board that's right for me, and it could be right for you. But on second thought, is it really worth paying this much for it? I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to sort of feel it out to see if it's really justifying the price. In terms of the gaming features, this particular keyboard is not really present at all. It's pretty decent in terms of FPS. MMOs, I say forget it. RTS, I'd say it's pretty alright too. But I mean, let's face it, people. This keyboard is not meant for gamers. It's meant for badasses. So are you a badass? Man, are you badass enough to spend $130? That's the overall theme of this review. It's just the amount of money you pay for this keyboard and the actual keyboard that you're getting. It seems like they're throwing half of it towards marketing and the other half towards the actual product. It's nice that it looks very professional. It's nice that it used Cherry MX. It's nice that the backlighting they choose is white, so that's very office friendly. These are all very nice features. But you can take a board like the Azio MK Hue. That thing's nice. That thing has white LED. That thing's pretty office friendly if you get it in black. So that thing costs like half of this. Basically half of it. See, this is what I'm trying to say, is that you're gonna have to somehow find justifications for you to spend this much amount of money on a board when you can spend half that amount of money and get a board that's similar to this, maybe even more features. So it really makes you think, is it really worth spending $130 on this? I will honestly tell you straight up, no, it's not worth that money. Maybe you should wait for a sale. Maybe you should wait till it's $80. Then it's worth it. But at $130, I say you have such a wide amount of keyboards to choose from that you should not go with this. You should not. Anyways, if you liked the content, please give it a like and subscribe for more awesome content.